It was very unusual. Very rarely that we see even one assist call a day. For there to be 5 or 6 assist calls with people overdosing, it was very unusual. Caused a lot of concern for most of us that there's probably a bad batch of whatever they're using going around. In the first one, the subject was unresponsive. I pulled them out of the car, dragged them into the parking lot where there's a nice open area, and fire showed up to help take care of the person. The second one I showed up and the person was completely unresponsive, not breathing. There's already a dose of Narcan used prior to my arrival. I used a second dose of Narcan, still no response. So I laid the person out on the ground and started doing CPR on them until a fire could show up and continue their work. You should try to start with a sternum rub to make sure, see if they respond to any sort of pain or uncomfortable feeling to their sternum. I always carry Narcan on me, and I have 4 more in my patrol bag. That's probably gonna be the first part that gets used is the Narcan. It's kind of gauging their response from there. If they snap right out of it, good. If they don't, try the next best option, which is get them to a nice open area, start any sort of life-saving measures, CPR, maybe removing some clothes from them if they have heavy clothing. I try to use what I learned from the last incident on the next one. So I noticed what works, what doesn't, how they responded to some things. It's nice to know that you're able to make an impact in someone's life for the better. A lot of times it's not for the better in our job, you know. We have people make mistakes and we have to be the bearer of bad news. So it's nice to actually kind of have that feeling of accomplishment, feeling that you actually improved someone's life that day. People struggling with addiction are still people. They're still battling a hard, difficult life. And they have family that care about them. Even though they're on the street, they might not care about themselves. There's family that care about them, and it's nice to know that we're able to keep that person, keep the family kind of knowing that their loved one is taken care of and still breathing and still living.